If you guys know what Playboy is it something you want your daughter, your wives, your nieces to wear on their gi? And that can happen in my household. So Hyperfly, you guys know Hyperfly, right? The gi company. So they just put out a new gi, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it. I don't like it, and you know the design is something else, but I don't like what it represents. I don't think it's a move in the right direction. I think it's hindering the sport. I feel like one of those old guys, always upset. I just we'll get more into it, but I don't think you know. I'm just surprised there was nobody that was like, "Hey, listen, this isn't a good idea. Why are we doing this?" Especially because they had a little collab between A Rod and Adele Fornerino. We did a video on them. They did like a little seminar, not a little. They did a seminar at Hyperfly headquarters, and I really thought that was a step in the right direction because these two girls have fought each other before, and to get them to collab together to do like a joint seminar, I thought, man, that's really cool, really interesting. But I don't think having this logo, which represents the Playboy, I guess you guys can see it on the bottom here. I don't think that's a step in the right direction because it's I'm all for empowering women out there. Don't come attacking me. But I think they could have gone about this a different way. They could have gone about it in a way that didn't need to use the Playboy brand or logo. I don't think it's a step in the right direction, and I wish somebody had caught this in the development stage. I wish somebody had been like, "Hey, bro," whoever's in charge over at Hyperfly, they should have been like, "Hey, bro, this is not a good idea. This could backfire. This doesn't send the right message." And what message does it send? Playboy is a. If you guys know what Playboy is it something you want your daughter, your wives, your nieces to wear on their gi? And that can happen in my household. Yeah, it would not happen in my household. And it's just it doesn't represent. I don't know what it represents. It shouldn't be in the sport though. Why is it on the gi? Could they not done that? Could they have done something else that empowered women and would push the sport in the right direction? I would hope so, but they didn't. So it says Playboy plus Hyperfly, Volume 1, worldwide, 04/18/25. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's terrible branding, terrible marketing. If anything, it's rage bait because I'm doing a video on it and I didn't want to do a video. And it's clearly getting some support from some people, mostly the Brazilian crew. But here in America, Playboy, for me, is not a brand that I want associated with the female athletes. What other sport has female athletes sponsored by Playboy? They're wearing Playboy. Now, if they want to do that on their own as an individual, okay, more power to those ladies. But they're branding this towards women, towards female athletes, or female students. I don't think it's a move in the right direction. So, hey, I said something. Hyperfly is upset at me. It's okay. I'm not sponsored by Hyperfly, but you know who I am sponsored by? Inverted Gear. And I really love Inverted Gear. Obviously, I know Nelson and Hillary, the owners. But I feel like Inverted Gear would never do something like this. The worst thing Inverted Gear ever did was the uncouth rash guard. That was, that uncouth rash guard, Nelson. But behind Inverted Gear, there's a very strong, powerful woman in Hillary, Inverted Gear Hillary. We're gonna look at her Instagram. I'm not trying to drag you into the drama, Hillary, but I think you're a great role model. And they're always doing things. First off, Hillary is a accomplished athlete. She competes a ton. She runs an academy in Allentown, PA. She has two beautiful boys, and she's got Nelson, so 3 kids. She's traveling, and then also running inverted gear. So I think that's more of a role model that I would want my female students, female friends to kind of. I'm not saying A Rod and Adele aren't great role models. They obviously are great role models, but I'm saying that inverted gear would never do a collab like that. They wouldn't stoop to that level of marketing. you know, it's a wholesome brand that anybody can wear, and it's not so polarizing. And just from inverted gear, they're always doing things to support the ladies. Like recently they just did a ladies wrestling club. They just started that, and I think that stuff like that is really awesome. But they're not gonna have the ladies. Hopefully, they don't have the ladies wearing that Playboy bunny on them, right? Is that the right message you want to send to the ladies that are starting wrestling and starting jiu-jitsu? Yeah, outside looking in, what does that look like to? Because I'm in the sport, obviously, but what does that look like for people outside looking into the sport when you have people wearing all this Playboy stuff? Is that something they would want their daughters and nieces and wives to get into? Yeah, I just don't think it's a good move. And so, if you guys don't want to support that Hyperfly stuff, instead go support inverted gear. We got the inverted panda, bro. Ain't nothing bad about that panda, bro. That panda, that cute little panda. Of course, if you want to support the channel, offer code ALEC, etc., etc. But yeah, I just wanted to shine a light on Hillary and inverted gear because they're doing stuff that is awesome. They do ladies open mats. You can get some donuts sometimes. Yeah. And just that's the image. That's the branding I want to see. One that's pretty inclusive. One that's wholesome. Wholesome. We need more wholesomeness in jiu-jitsu, bro. We don't need this Playboy bunny bullcrap. That's just a bad look, bro. And of course, people are gonna defend it. That they have a right to wear what they want to wear. But I'm looking at the bigger picture. This Playboy collab with Hyperfly. Like who greenlit that? Who in their right mind thought that was a good idea? I don't know, man. I have no idea. So yeah, that's mostly why I wanted to do this, this live stream on YouTube. I was supposed to do it on Twitch, but maybe I can do it tomorrow or something. I got so behind. But yeah, that was mostly my rant, my rant for the day. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to support it, I say don't support that. Don't wear that stuff. Instead, go rock some inverted gear. Inverted gear right there, Great role models. There's nothing here you can be ashamed of. You got to explain, and it's just wholesome. Got me over there showing some techniques, just wholesome people that love the sport, want to represent the sport well, want to grow the sport. Yeah, that's why I'm happy to be sponsored by them.